Check out this cute little tea cart that I picked up at the thrift store for only $14.99. It's a little worn out, it's seen some better days, but it just needs a little love to make it look better. Hi there, welcome back to the Schwowin's Nest. My name is Sandra. If you're new to my channel, I would love for you to stick around and hit that red subscribe button. Today's video is a collab with Coffee with My Sunshine. If you have not seen Casey's channel yet, please go over there, tell her I sent you, and show her some love. She does some amazing things on her channel: crafts, home decor knockoffs, trash to treasure, thrifting. Casey and I are doing a furniture flip, so please go down to the description box and click her link to go and see what she created for this collab. Whenever I bring something into the house from a thrift store, I use some disinfecting wipes to scrub it down. This one was pretty filthy underneath. It had a lot of dust bunnies and some cobwebs and things, so I gave it a good once over. Once it was dry, I took all of the loose parts off. So there's a handle, there's a drawer, and there were the wheels on top. And this is just going to make it so much easier to paint. Another way to make things easier to paint is to cover up anything that you don't want painted, like the hinges and the drops that I have here. So anything metal that I didn't want to paint, I just used some painter's tape and covered it up. Now I'm using Rust-Oleum Country Gray chalk paint, and I'm going to give it 2 coats, but just the bottom part of the cart. I'm going to do a different color for the top. I took the drawer out, removed the hardware, and now I'm going to use the Country Gray, the same as the bottom of the tea cart, and I'm just going to paint the faceplate of the drawer. I'm going to now use the charcoal color of Rust-Oleum chalk paint and paint the bottom side or the underside of the tea cart. And what I'm going to do first is use my small brush and just get under those edges there and around all of the taped areas, because then it makes it so much easier to go in with a big brush and get the job done quick. If you've been watching my channel, you'll know that I do a lot of distressing on my items. I usually don't leave them very plain, but I didn't want to sand anything down on this one because I don't want to reveal the brown color underneath. So I'm taking a small little chip brush and doing my dry brush technique on it, which is dipping a little bit of paint onto the brush, dabbing most of it off on either a paper towel, or I usually use a plastic dish, and then I'm just going to brush across in the direction of the wood grain just to give it a little bit more texture. I'm using some flat black Trem-Clad rust paint, which is a paint that's meant for metal. And what I'm using is just a sponge brush, and I'm literally just going to be sponging it on, dabbing it, because the wheels spin while they're on there, and I really tried hard to get them out so I could hang on to them, but it didn't work. So I had to leave them like that, and I'm going to give them a couple of coats of this paint because it will just stand up a little bit more than just using chalk paint. The look I'm going for with this cart is an industrial look, so that's why I'm using the gray and then the charcoal, which is kind of almost black. So I'm doing the 2 wheels, and then I'm also going to do the handle. I'm not going to bore you with how I am painting. I'm just going to skip forward to the next step. I think you probably get the idea at this point. The top part of the table had a couple of cracks in it, so I had this wood filler just sitting around at home, so I decided to use that with my paint scraper and just push the wood filler into the cracks and make it nice and smooth. The color of the wood filler doesn't matter because I'm going to be painting this top with the Rust-Oleum charcoal. Once the wood filler had a chance to dry, I grabbed some of my 220 grit sandpaper, which is a really fine sandpaper. I didn't want to use anything too rough because you can see that there are some wood patches already coming through. This stain is very, very thin. So I'm just going over the whole top of it very lightly just to get it more even. Some of the stain you could kind of tell was rough where it was missing and where it was still on. So I just wanted to make it more smooth. After sanding, you want to make sure that you get all of the dust off. So what I did was just take a very slightly damp paper towel and just get all of the dust off. You can also just use a cotton rag or a lint-free cloth. There are some cloths out there that you can purchase just for this purpose, but I didn't have any of those, so this works out just fine. Now that the prep is done, I can start painting. I'm just using my dollar store paintbrush, and I'm going to be giving the top and the drop down sides 2 coats. The last piece that I have to work on is the bottom tray. So I'm just taking a small paintbrush and using the country gray color to just paint the top of the trim. Then I'm going to use the charcoal and I'm going to paint the bottom of this shelf, and I'm going to actually just go up the sides of the trim as well. It just gives it more of a modern look. Thanks for watching the video. I hope it gives you some inspiration to go thrifting and find some unique finds for your own home that you can make over. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, like, comment, and share my videos. And don't forget to hit that red subscribe button. See you in the next one.